Welcome back to the podcast, guys. My name is Ernie,
And my name's Braden.
and today we're going to be talking about a really interesting what-if topic. What if Fortinbras invaded Denmark earlier in the story? Honestly, I think this changes, it changes and it fixes everything, because then nothing gets, messy.
Yeah, because in the original play, Fortinbras shows up at the very end, after every important character is already dead. And it's wild how he just shows up and takes over, because literally everyone's dead, so he just comes in and takes over.
Yeah, Hamlet, Laertes, Gertrude, Claudius, they're all gone. And Fortinbras just walks in and takes control of everything. He didn't even have to deal with the drama, just took it all over.
Yeah, so the big question is, what if he shows up before all that chaos, Then he's not cleaning up, he's just changing everything.
Yeah, the first major change is Claudius. If Fortinbras invades earlier, Claudius probably loses power faster.
And yeah, so that would fix most of the problems. And that's huge because Claudius causes everything, because he manipulates people and sets up the duel. So without him, nobody gets played like that.
And if Claudius is gone early, Hamlet doesn't need to go down the same, to get his revenge. Because without him, nobody gets played like that.
Yeah, so instead of killing Claudius, Hamlet could expose the truth about his father's murder, which is a lot less risky.
Which means Hamlet wouldn't have to rely on violence. The story shifts to justice instead.
Yeah, and that leads to the duel. So if Claudius isn't in power, the duel probably wouldn't have ever happened. So the whole setup is gone.
And no duel means no poison sword, no poison drink, and most avoidable, no kill people.
Yeah, a lot less people would have died. And especially Gertrude, when she drank the poison drink, that wouldn't have happened at all. And she also didn't deserve to die to begin with.
And Laertes, he wouldn't be pushed to get revenge, because I don't think, what's her name?
Who? Ophelia?
Ophelia, I don't think she would have died.
Yeah, and he would be upset, just not extremely upset, because Claudius fueled his anger. And he would also instigate and escalate the whole situation. So it just makes everything more tragic and intense. If Claudius wasn't there, a lot of this would have been avoidable.
Mm-hmm. So now Hamlet, Laertes, and Gertrude, they all survive, and it's a whole different ending.
Yeah, compared to the original, where basically nobody makes it except for Horatio, which is a brutal ending.
But what about Fortinbras himself? That's the end. That's what matters here.
Well, I mean, he would still probably take control of Denmark, but he would make a lot more changes. He's more of a disruptor, I'd say.
Okay, so instead of inheriting a tragedy, he just prevents one. That's a big difference.
Yeah, it turns the story from chaos into something more controlled. So the ending isn't such a big spiral.
And the message changes too. It's less about revenge and it's more about timing. Way less dark.
Yeah, so if someone were to have stepped in earlier, a lot less bad, tragic things would have happened, which that is a good life lesson if you think about it, bro.
So to sum it up, Fortinbras invading earlier removes Claudius, it stops the duel, and it saves a bunch of lives, all from one change.
So yeah, even though Fortinbras still would end up in control, it's a lot less tragic and a lot less people die, which would be a much better ending to the story. I think we could both agree on that.
Yep. It makes you think how one small change can rewrite a whole story.
Like a butterfly effect. Timing is everything, and one move can change a lot of stuff.
Exactly. And it's crazy. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you for listening to our podcast about this what if episode.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next podcast. And Ernie and Braden are out.